the the market has been hella crazy, guys. And you know, back in the day, I used to do a lot of community stuff. Like I go to a lot of events. I might even speak at events. Try to speak at events, prepare talks, and all that. Like I used to take technology so serious. Like I've always taken, even till now, I still take technology seriously. But compared to say 3 years ago, like I was so crazy about technology. Like I used to like everybody should learn Python, man. Like everybody should go into technology, and anybody I came across, pretty much just start lecturing, and so like trying to convince them, to join me in technology. And it's great, and it's been great. I mean, technology has done a lot for me, in my life, and I mean, it's gotten me this far. So I guess technology is okay. But what I want to talk about is the state of technology now. Like right now, 2025. This is October. It's towards the end of October. So this is the last quarter. Quarter is 2 months in the last fourth quarter. So the year is pretty much done. Like, I mean, some things still happen, last minute. But other than that, I think the year is pretty much summarized. So what I've noticed, there's not as much jobs as you'd expect. Yeah, the job market took a big hit this year, and I mean I'm good, but like I know a lot of my friends who aren't, who are really struggling, and I know how tough it is because I have been through it, around sometime 2 years ago. Like I also passed through a layoff, and it affected me just as much, and you know, the technology career is interesting. It's quite interesting, especially right now with AI. So AI has become like is a big topic. I'm sure you expected me to talk about AI. I mean, everybody should talk about AI right now because that's the future, whether I like it or not. Everything is going to be controlled by AI now. I mean, Claude on my mobile. I just got a response from my mobile. I've been looking for Claude MCP on mobile for so long, and right now it seems like Claude on mobile now allows us, to use certain to like it can now set up tasks and update our calendar and stuff like that, you know. And I was using Claude just a few minutes ago to, prepare for my work day, plan for my work activities, what I want to do in the office. Um, so my role is more a product centered role. So I'm participating in both the ideation, development, and design of our products. And I use AI, to just go through my day, go through my plans, go through the products, our direction, our milestones, what are we, what goals do we have for our product, um, you know, what features do we want, and when. Then we know organize all of that into milestones and help us with plans on how to reach our objectives. So yeah, I mean this is so crazy because and mind you, um, Cloud on desktop have access to like every as much MCP tools as you can give it. Like my Cloud has so much MCP tools, it's crazy. And most of them are just created by me. Like I would write an MCP server with Claude and load it into Claude. I use Claude to use the tools to do whatever I want to do. Like I'm basically just chatting right now. My job is prompting, and that's crazy. Like that's really crazy right now because just realizing. I mean, right now it just occurred to me that my full-time job now has been reduced to prompting 24/7. Like literally prompt. I mean, you could say, hey, yeah, if you like. Personally, I really like Claude, you know, because I use a lot. There are a lot of other types I've tried, and they're good. They're good. They're great. But I love Claude. Okay, I love Claude. Claude is awesome. I mean, with Claude agents, you can resume your prompts. You can do plan mode. I mean, they can all do that, but like, they can all do that. So just pick your poison. Pretty much, pick your poison. Get good at using your poison. Okay. Uh, but I think what's crazy is that our jobs are reduced to prompting. And this is monumental. This is a monumental change, which means we've summarized the user interface. The user interface has been summarized. So pretty much, why are we still building applications that require a user to navigate through it? Hmm. It's still something that we are used to. So I believe with time, these things will fade. These things will phase out. I mean, we could build these applications, but moving forward in the future, we'll be building applications more geared towards the LLM, more geared towards the AI. Who's going to be using our applications? Well, the AI are going to be using our applications. That's why most applications right now are coming with MCP servers. Like all the new apps I've been seeing. Not all of them. Some of them still lagging behind. But I mean, any app that's worth it right now is building an MCP server. That's great. Even if they don't have an MCP server, like Vasor's MCP server is shit. Like, it's pretty much they only implemented like a half MCP server. Can you imagine that? Like, their official repository only has half of the tools or half of the services that's available on Vaso CLI. It makes sense because on Vaso CLI you're expecting the user to be the one interacting with that, while with Vaso MCP is the AI, so you don't want to give the AI so much control over your infra. But let's be honest, I still use AI with Vaso CLI. In fact, like when I'm prompting, I'm like, hey, we deploy our application using Vaso CLI. So I don't use Vaso MCP. I use Vaso CLI, and all it does, it just starts running the code on the terminal for interacting with the CLI. So it works all the same. The same. It works. It's the same thing. And there are other platforms where when they don't have an MCP, they don't have a CLI. Like, I would just interact with them using the API. Something like Superbase. Superbase has a CLI, but I don't know. I think I had issues setting it up or whatever. I don't know. I just went straight to using the CLI, the API. So all I did was that I went to Superbase, copied my what do you call it? Copied my secret keys and all that. I gave it to Claude, and Claude used my secret keys, and somehow I knew the documentation for Superbase, and instead hitting the API using the my credentials. So it's like it's trying to operate Superbase using the API, and it's great because that made a lot of sense for Claude. Claude was able to get into my database within Superbase, read all the data in that database, make changes. Figure out problems in my configuration, my setup. I could tell me, hey, your redirect URI is bad, and he's able to do those things. And I think it's just fantastic, I think it's fantastic. Hmm. It's absolutely fantastic, guys, what AI is able to do. So, like, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it also means, like, engineers, you're in a good position because your work is easier. Like AI has, make your work very easy. So you don't have to, do so much as you used to before. You don't have to, memorize all those commands. Like back in the day, I used to memorize like a shit ton of Linux commands. You know, like I used to know all of them, man. Just crazy, just sick. Wasn't sustainable. And what's going crazy is that after learning it, I'll forget. You know, I had this interview with a cloud company sometime last year. Like I really wanted that job. Man, I really wanted that job, and I needed it. I needed that job, and I mean the interview was very nice. You know, we were chatting, we were laughing, and all that. The interviewer had like a cat named Neutron, so, and and if you're familiar with cloud stuff like OpenStack, so OpenStack has like a few services. It has Keystone, which is the authentication provider. It has Compute, which is Nova. It has it's confused. Yeah, it has Neutron. Neutron is networking. So the cat was named Neutron. I was like, why do you name the cat network Neutron? And I said, he's just always jumping over the fence. Why do you name the cat Neutron? Just always jumping over the fence. So yeah, just a little side joke for cloud people. But cut this video. Like I'm trying to, make more videos, make good videos, and it's been difficult for me. And so I'm just gonna do whatever. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people do whatever, and the point, I think the point is being out there, being out there. That's the point. That's the point. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Cheers.